Welcome back, everybody, to another Kohan Duels video. And I have something very exciting today. At least I'm very excited about it. I hope you are too. Today we have a match between BoNT and Wintertoes. And if you didn't notice, neither of those are me, for once. As we've been growing the Kohan Duels community, we finally got some more people in playing. And so for the first time, I have a match to cast where I was not playing and I have not watched the match before. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm going to be looking at it fresh, just as you guys are right here. And so this is very exciting. Let's dive right into this game, huh? And we got the map is Destiny. We all know this map by now. We got gold there, ruins there, Slan and Haroon, 90 gold layer there, and some hotspots around the map. All right, let's dive into this. Over here, we got Wintertoes as Ceyah, and we got BoNT as Royalist. Starting off with a single settler and a woodmill. Meanwhile, the exact same opener for our Ceyah player here, Wintertoes, going for an immediate scout too. Now, both players are playing the factions that have 2 company per village, which has a big difference in how the builds go. So you're able to do things like start off with double settler. You're able to start off with a settler and a scout of some sort. You're able to start off with a quarry first build where you can get a settler and then very quickly get an engineer. But out here, Wintertoes is immediately going for his explorable ruin. And out here, BoNT has still not taken his, is just waiting for his settlers to get up. And both of them, predictably, after they got their woodmill, are both upgrading. Wintertoes here is waiting for his shalings to get up before they go out and start to look around. And here, BoNT also went for the scout. So they both went for very similar openings, despite the difference in factions. Same basic strategy. And these settlers here are still waiting to get up. And these guys are just poking around. BoNT did not wait for his scouts to get up at all. He just immediately made them and sent them out to scout. He wants to see exactly what his opponent's up to. He wants to reveal these hotspot areas on the map to see when anyone settles there. He wants to explore this area. He wants to try to get this ruin to see if maybe his opponent got greedy and didn't get it yet. But that is not the case. He does not find a ruin. And over here, Wintertoes is settling down, as well as BoNT. Both are getting their first settlement at around the same time. And let's see where their tech goes from here. Carpentry Guild and Carpentry Guild. These guys are looking like they're doing the exact same thing right now. Very standard openers for any faction, for sure. But let's see what BoNT makes for his first building. Very, very curious here. We see that Wintertoes went immediately for a blacksmith. Pretty standard for sure. He might turn that into a mana forge. He might get a quarry to get skeletons. Immediately going for a temple after that. Nope, going for the mana forge. Changes his mind. And BoNT going for the barracks. That is most certainly going to become a billet. That's kind of the cornerstone of any Royalist build. I don't think I've ever really done a Royalist build that doesn't include billet. That building is just kind of made to give Royalist a bit of an edge over everyone else in that department, giving them cheaper units. And so we have Wintertoes over here going immediately for Mana Forge and then immediately for a temple, and going over here for a quarry out of his first settlement. Over here, BoNT his first settlement, also going for a quarry. Yep, getting that billet right there. And this is going to be an early tech build for sure for BoNT. For Wintertoes. He has 3 components here, and none of them give any econ. And there we go, Shadow Knights with double profit. And what does he have for a hero? Hasanko, Mystic Armor, and Shadow's Blessing. This is going to make, this gives, I forget the exact numbers, we'll see when it happens in battle, but Shadow's Blessing is going to give them plus attack for some minus defense. But Shadow Knights are such a great mid-game unit, or in this case, really early tech unit, that they're just going to be doing a shitload of damage with Hasanko here. And profits, Life Leech is just amazing. It deals damage and it heals. What more could you want? Over here, let's see what BoNT is up to. And he went for a quarry there after the billet, getting those cheap engineers and not getting any tech yet. He is going for a much more standard opening, immediately going for that gold deposit, and immediately going to get some tech. He sells that quarry after getting the engineers, going for blacksmith. And again, this could be econ, it could be tech. He could be going for dragoons here, or he could be going for an iron export to get some extra econ. I'm very curious. Going for his third settlement here too. And now Wintertoes is going to start moving out on the map with his scouts. And likewise, his Shadow Knights are not far behind. What else does he have going on here? He has his engineers, and he has nothing. He is at 4 gold and +2. This is kind of the definition of an all-in build right here. He has spent all his money on his early tech, and he has this super powerful party. What is he going to be able to do with it? And BoNT over here, holding off on doing anything too fancy yet, just getting this short infantry party, short engineers, and short scouts. He has all the basics right now, going for his third settlement, of course, next to that iron. And he's just going to probably try and go take some layers and some minis pretty soon. He has plenty of army to do that. And he has not scout, to my knowledge, what Wintertoes is up to. He scouted him early, but then his scouts kind of went back to fuel back up. And he did not see this early tech. And that's the thing about Kohan. It's not like another RTS where you can see the buildings that your opponent's creating. You just see whether they upgrade their settlement, but you can't see that he's got a Monoforge and a Tempo going there. You don't know what he has until that first party comes out. And here we go. These guys are going to get in line of sight of each other so quickly. And the Prophet's getting their life leech off, immediately going to take down those scouts, and along with the Shadlings that are attacking them. And immediately BoNT is getting out here, sees that early tech, and now he knows exactly what's going on. How is he going to respond? He had already gotten for the fourth. Oh my god. He already had a market going up, and he already had settlers going for that fourth settlement. So he's going econ here. He's going for a build that is going to set him up for the long term. But now all of a sudden at his gates are a Kohan with Shadow Knights and double Prophet backing. Lets Wintertoes get that lair, which he needed. His build was counting on that. I don't know what he's going to do with that gold. Gonna go over here and take this Haroon for sure with those engineers. And he opted for the full engineers. He wants this party to be able to help in taking indies and taking lairs. And, of course, on the battlefield once he starts to go and attack his opponent. But it looks like Wintertoes is going to set himself a little bit more up here before he goes and attacks BoNT. BoNT is continuing to do his thing. Doesn't seem particularly phased. Has a mining post there to support his engineers. Nothing new there in his main, and just sitting on that market there. So he's a pretty decent econ. It's plus 54. Wintertoes is at plus 16. No econ. It's a tiny bit more because he was able to take that Haroon Sanctuary, and he's going to use his money to get a wood mill there. What is he going to do with that? Usually the strategy is to get a Carpentry Guild first in your 4-component indies, and then you can go from there. I usually make econ buildings, but you can go from there and do whatever tech. Now, he might go for a blacksmith, and he might try to get goats out of this. I don't know. He might go for bone bows out of his main. He can get bone bows with some tech there. Bone bows with profit would be a really good complement to this. I'm so curious. Let's see. And what is BoNT up to over here? Oh, goes in to try to take the Slan with his infantry and scouts, and that's not enough. You need that engineer party. If he put the engineer party in on this battle, he would have taken it no problem. Unfortunately, the infantry and the scouts are just not enough to take a neutral city like that. So a little bit of a misstep, but he has a good econ to fall back on. Goes and gets that iron, and he's looking good. And he gets his first party that's going to be able to try to do something about this invasion. Full Grenadiers with Azura. And Azura is just a damage-dealing mage. She's going to help the DPS of this party a lot, and with the Grenadiers as kind of the main backbone of this company, it's going to be able to deal some damage and hold strong. It would have been definitely nice if it had some temple tech and had clerics to be able to keep it alive a bit longer. But let's see what's happening here. Wintertoes, about the 10-minute mark, his early tech company, who has been taking layers and taking indies, is going to come up. And we have the first battle happening here. Now, they're going to easily be able to take out... Oh my god, look at that. 20 damage to everyone in the party with these Prophets. Prophets are insane. For just a temple, they are one of the most insane tech units in this game, I really think. Absolutely decimating this militia. And the engineers and the scouts are coming over here to try to do something. But this is looking really, really bad for BoNT. I'm really concerned about what's going to happen here. He might have to... Okay, that's actually really good. Those scouts were able to come in there and do really good damage. That was just a case of the micro really, really coming off there. If he'd have sent the scouts in forward, he would just have lost them and done nothing. Engineers are down, and that is a bummer because they cost... I guess short engineers are going to cost 50 or so. Don't quote me on that with a billet. And immediately, he's seeing what's going on here. He's selling his Carpentry Guild and going for a temple to get some tech to try to fight this off. And he is able to push them back. That was really good. Those scouts coming in from behind were able to kill those Prophets. And once those Prophets are gone, this party is a hell of a lot worse. You know, Grenadiers hold their own very well against Shadow Knights. They're pretty neck and neck in terms of how good they are. The Prophets just make it such an insane party. But when you get those scouts who... I mean, scouts seem weak. They seem like they don't do much. But if you get them behind, kill those profits exactly like BoNT did, he was able to push these guys back. People always talk about Kohan as a game that really emphasizes macro over micro. And I can kind of agree with that for sure. But what just happened really proves how even if there's a bit less micro in this game, the micro is so important. The micro is what won that. And it wasn't like any super impressive micro, but the fact that he put his scouts in press formation, got them to the back of that party, put them in skirmish to open up, and immediately got them to surround those profits and kill them, that was what kept BoNT in this game for now. And again, all ins, this is what happens. BoNT is at plus 49, and Wintertoes at -5. So he put, and again, he went for more tech. He continued the all-in. He was not going to sit back and start to econ up from there. He was like, well, I'm in. I've spent all my money, and I'm going to continue to spend my money. Got more tech with Carpentry Library for the goats and the rangers. And he is retreating back here to his base. No money to fall back on. He might be trying to go and take that Slan, because he knows he needs something. That Slan is going to give him enough to stabilize his economy. It's going to give him plus 10 once he takes it. And let's see what's going on here for BoNT. Scouts are moving out. Now, he knows that he just defended, so what does he do here? It depends on what he's able to scout. If he's able to kind of sniff out that Wintertoes' economy is completely dead and he's kind of in this position where he's turtling up a bit, then BoNT can just go take the map. He can go get his econ up. He can expand a bit more. He can take this layer that no one's taken yet, which it looks like he might be doing. He can take this rune. He can start to take these like hut areas with the gold mines. BoNT is way ahead in terms of macro, but he put himself down a lot teching up to get those Grens. So neither of them are a particularly good econ. Going over here, he's going to try to just gain some map control and take the stone outcropping. I like that play right there. And over here, Wintertoes is just trying to get this Slan so that he can stabilize his econ, because he can't do anything right now. I like these plays a lot from BoNT. He's going to take this layer, and that's going to put him ahead a little bit, because he knows that Wintertoes is just kind of sitting in the corner right now and can't really do anything. Want to take that layer as soon as possible, which he can easily do. And now this isn't just about, it's not like he wanted this stone outcropping so bad that he went and built an outpost for it. Because that's only a total of +9, you know. The outpost takes -3, and then this is giving you +12. So it's only a total of +9, and these are only -1 for stone. So that wasn't a big econ thing. That was just he wants to move out in the map. This is like a big area of the map where he now has control over. And it was just kind of an extra little bonus that he was able to take that stone outcropping. So I really like the placement of that outpost. And getting more settlers. He is choosing to continue this macro game. And I like that play too. I really think either way he could have played would have been valid. This is just something that vibes with my play style. To be like, ooh, opponent's behind, I'm going to macro up, and I'm going to get even further ahead. +74, now it's down to +62. +62 for BoNT to +5. Finally got in the positive for Wintertoes, and he's moving back out. He's got his tech companies, and he is all in at this point. Like, what is he going to do? If he just sits back, and finally got that gold deposit too, which puts him at +17. So he's got a little bit of an economy back. I mean, +17, it's still going to take him, it's going to take him 3 minutes to even be able to afford an outpost if he wanted to do a forward outpost with this push. It's going to take him a good bit of time with such a weak econ to be able to do anything with it. But he's got his tech companies. He's got his Shadow Knights with profs, and he's got his Wind Riders with Rangers. This is scary, but BoNT just has so much else going on. Interesting play. I missed him doing that, but he disbanded his Grens and made a new party of Grens with cleric support. Now, I don't know. That's an interesting play. I really like the play because this is just going to be such a better party to hold up against what Wintertoes is going to be throwing at him. Oh, Wintertoes is actually going to go for the Haroon here. Interesting. I don't know about that play. He knows that BoNT is seeing this for sure. He knows that BoNT is not too far off. I mean, he's able to take it with basically no casualties. But here we go. BoNT is coming in and is going to see what he can do about this. Now, I don't see BoNT winning this fight at all. Short scouts, short infantry, short nears. This is a bit of a pathetic party. Now, those scouts, as we saw last time, they can come in from behind and they can do some good damage. The Prophets get a nice paralyze off there to stop that one scout at least from doing anything. But BoNT is very quickly going to fall back. And I guess this is the play. Seeing as how BoNT has not been able to respond to it, it's looking a lot better, obviously. Wintertoes is now going to have this basically in exchange for being able to afford a forward outpost, he just takes a city. And now he has that supply zone right near the battle. So I like how that ended up. I really do. Haroon militia is so weak that I guess he knew he could just take it without taking any losses. And immediately moving back out here. Now we got this party with Azura that's going to be doing good DPS, that's going to be staying alive. This is going to be the party to watch out for, and then seeing what those scouts do and how they're able to go to the back if he's able to hit that Prophet. This Prophet is done. They get behind that one. Very, very good. This party's going down. The Shadow Knights are going down. The Grens are going down too, and these guys have both routers. This is going to be a really, really close battle. Shadow Knights are away, and the Wind Riders still have good DPS, but ultimately they're going to have to retreat. Now, what I was talking about before, it's so hard. Now, when you sell settlements in this game, you get back 75% of what you sold. So it's very easy to justify selling components in your settlements, selling components to build new ones and switch around that way. But you don't get any money back for just banning a company. So all the money that he spent on those Grens, that was just a loss of money to remake this Gren company. Now, he couldn't make a second one because he did not have the resources to support it. But look at that, plus 98. BoNT is econing hard here. And again, I like the play. Because he knows that Wintertoes has been all in. He knows that this is an all-in play. He knows that Wintertoes probably has nothing much going on back at home. And he's saving up. And what'd he do with that 40? Let's see. Use that 40 to get a woodmill. That's going to stabilize the econ a bit more, but not going to help him push forward in any way. And I really like BoNT's position. Plus 88 to plus 27. BoNT has a pretty good view of the map. If he had the time and the money, I would love to see BoNT stick another settlement or even just an outpost here and just continue to take the map. Okay, BoNT is moving in here. He has had enough of Wintertoes shit. These scouts get stuck and are not able to do their micro magic. But these Grens with clerics and hero support and these infantry are going to do something, but I don't see them winning this battle. I've been proven wrong many times, so let's see what happens though. Grens are going down. Only one Gren left. All the infantry are up. And let's see. These guys are going down too. And we missed this. Vashti is the Kohan of this group. And am I crazy or was it someone different before? Well, I'll have to go back and look at that. He might have changed out Kohans at one point because he thought that Vashti would be better. The Shadelings are definitely going to help. Just give a little bit more, you know. Oh, engineers go down for BoNT, and that is a bummer. He tried to get this outpost up, and if that outpost went up, that would have been huge. But Wintertoes' engineers were able to kind of come here and join the battle in time to stop that. Oh, love the play. This might be my favorite company in the game. I use it so much. If you haven't noticed, I stole the Slannery Captain as my logo for Kohan Duels. It's just such a great company. All you need is a quarry and a temple. You get the cleric. You get Entangle, which is such a powerful spell. I just love it. And then these guys front line are pretty damn good. Okay, so we got a bit of a standoff here. BoNT, of course, still really up in econ. But Wintertoes is doing what he does best and is continuing to pressure with this really high-tech army. And these Wind Riders are going to be coming out and sneaking a little bit of harassment, it looks like. He's probably going to try to do just a little bit of kiting, just get some militia out, just kind of mess with him. And if nothing else, maybe doing that can just mess with BoNT's brain, you know? If you see your militia coming out, even if it's just Wind Riders that are poking up, then it can kind of put you on alert. But going in for the full attack here. Engineers are going to be sitting pretty and are looking like they're going to be trying to do a flank and catch some of BoNT's units coming in. One Shadow Knight down. But continuing, easily able to take out the militia. But right as that militia is gone, we have BoNT coming in. Now, he's got two full infantry parties here, and that is just a damn solid front line. He's not even really caring too much about trying to deal with these Wind Riders. He's just going to just eat that DPS and swarm with Royalists, which is what they do best. He's got Lancers, he's got Scouts, he's got two infantry, and he's got the Slann with tech, and he has got these Grens with tech. And that is enough to continue to push Wintertoes out. Now, Wintertoes is getting his economy up slowly but surely. He knows that this is a bit of a standstill. And he's choosing to try to get his econ up to get back in this game. What has he got going on back here? Nothing much there, nothing much there. Just got that market. He has a good amount of settlements. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is just base giving him like plus 50 there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for BoNT. This is funny. BoNT had mentioned to me recently that he has studied this map so much that he knows exactly where to place all his all his settlements so that they can all fit in, and I'm really seeing it in this game. He was able to fit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra settlements just in his little nook of the map without even going out here. I didn't even know that was possible. Okay, we got another big battle coming up here, and it's the same units. Everyone's the same except the Ahriman militia are joining the battle. They're not particularly threatening, but they'll add a bit of DPS. And look at this. This is the micro that I'm talking about. These cavalry are coming in from behind. Gonna be able to take out a ranger. He wants to be able to get to those prophets, but the Wind Riders are kind of blocking the prophets from the back. And so it's good positioning here, but oh my god. If Vashti gets caught there, if he takes out this company, it's game. BoNT has won this game. Yes! Shadow Knights go down. Sorry, BoNT has beat me in the last 3 games I played with him, so maybe I'm a bit biased because I'm rooting against him. Wintertoes' Shadow Knights go down, and that fixes his econ, but he is just in no position to do anything right now. Oh my lord, and there we go. Wintertoes saying, I hate the Slann, because the Slann are fucking awesome. BoNT is easily going to be able to take this Haroon. Plus 102... to plus 62. So Wintertoes has not been doing nothing. You know, he has been getting his econ up in the background here. And now he's like, fuck it, I'm going for more tech. Fuck getting an econ. Going for those Nightbringers. And let's see, is he going to do a Shadow Knight party again? BoNT is going to continue to spread his outposts. I'd really like to see him get another outpost here, take control of the map. Get these resources. I would like to see him get an outpost down here. He can just do what he wants right now. I feel like, oh, got the settlers. I love it. You're Royalist. You can get those 50 gold settlers. Even less so. I forget exactly how much they cost when you put a Kohan on them. Yep, he's doing it. He's getting that mine. And these guys, I wonder where they're going to go settle. What do we got here? Wintertoes is just saving up for that tech army. Yeah, I guarantee he's not going to be building anything here. It's probably a company that's going to cost like 100 gold or so. So he is just going to sit back and try to get his tech some more. Okay, not getting too adventurous, but just sneaking in another settlement where he can, kind of in his neck of the woods. Very good placement on that outpost. He knew that the supply was going to be able to get those too. And this is quite an army. This is a Royalist swarm. I absolutely love seeing this from BoNT. He's really good at playing Royalist. And this is the faction that I play the least, so I'm always really impressed to see how he plays it. No tech beyond Temple. He's got Clerics, and he's got Slann Mystics. Now, I would like to see him tech up at some point fairly soon. It's the 30-minute mark. And he has just spread himself over this whole map. And I would definitely like to see... Okay, he's got an Eternal Path there. Very good. He's got the Battle Priest coming out with Grens. He's really liking those Gren parties. Kohan Duels gave a very slight upgrade to Grens, the patch. They have 16 movement instead of 14 now. It just makes them slightly more viable. Yep, continuing with those forward outposts, and this is his map. This is BoNT's game to take, and I'm going to be very surprised if he loses. But look at this. Bone Bows with double Shadow Priest. And I mean, Shadow Priest is great. Shadow's Blessing, I mean, Bone Bows, if you're playing it right, they don't care about their defense. So Shadow's Blessing is just going to make them deal even more damage. They got a slight buff in Kohan Duels too, where they have a base 33 damage now. So Bone Bows are damn good. And Shadow Shock. Caster throws Blast of Evil that stuns all who are hit. And just getting some zombies out there, because why not? He has all that company limit to play with. And his econ is pretty much trash again, but it's not too bad. It's at plus 35. And he's got Shadow Knights with double Prophet and Bone Bows with double Shadow Priest. And look at this over here. Very, very slow and calculated movements by BoNT. Keeping his cavalry back. And I love that move too. He's going to move them around. He's going to do what they do best as cavalry. These Grens have got to get in the battle, because I think I see a battle happening here. Wintertoes is just continuing his push, but at plus 137 to plus 35, BoNT is just being a macro god here. And I love it. Using entrenchment. I find that that's something that I'm pretty bad at remembering as a thing. But when you let your parties just sit there and they get these spikes going out, that's entrenchment, and they'll get defense bonuses and stuff. So since they were engaged while they were in entrenchment, BoNT now has the defense bonus in this battle. Slann are doing their thing. Wind Riders immediately are forced to move back here, and these bone bows are going to be doing a lot of damage. Infantry still not really going down, though. The Grens have been targeted, but they have that cleric backing to really help them stay alive. Forcing to retreat them just a little bit to get them back into supply. And BoNT is not taking this battle too hard. His infantry is dying, but he's being really careful not to move everyone in too much. So I like how he's playing this. It's looking a bit scary for him because, as always, Wintertoes' high-tech army is fucking scary. But BoNT doesn't seem too afraid. He's taking it slow. Oh, over down here, this is a very good play. He moved his cavalry. He knew that he was going to be able to take this battle slow and use his mobility. So these cavalry are going to be taking Haroon. And if you're able to take both Haroons on Destiny and you have all of that on both sides of the map, that is huge. Wintertoes is truly just forced into his little nook here. I mean, look at the mini-map for a second. Look at all the red. I'm clicked on Wintertoes right now. So Wintertoes is green. He's got this. BoNT is red. He has this. And what is BoNT going to do now? Plus 137... Sorry, plus 136 to plus 19. Same old story that this game has been. BoNT's econ is just so far ahead. I would like to see him just tech up at this point. I don't know what the tech play is. It might be upgrading and just going for elites. It might be just continuing to... I mean, he's got an armory guild here, and he has a lot of company limit, and he has a shitload of iron. Actually, I'm not even going to say anything, because I think BoNT's playing it completely right. He's just going to keep getting cheap Gren parties out of this settlement right here. He could get some goon parties if he feels like he needs it, but judging from how he's been playing, I bet he's just going to keep getting cheap Grens. And he's going to be going for the pincer here. He's going to be going from both sides. Yep, there he goes, taking that extra gold. Dude, he's got the map. He's got it. I am so interested to see what Wintertoes is going to try to pull off here. Plus 148 to plus 29. And little engagement here. Wind Riders are going to try to kite those Grens a little bit. Not going to be a real engagement. And these zombies just wandering around, which is kind of what zombies are best at, just wandering around. Oh man, here it comes. This is the attack we've all been waiting for. Oh, I love it. Rainbringers with Maelstrom Engine. He is just like, I need some DPS. This is what I'm doing. He doesn't really have the tech up to get any DPS in his Royalist settlements, but you don't need it. And again, I love this creative play that I see a lot from BoNT. Most people are just like, oh, Haroon, I'm just going to get Wind Riders and Goats. Wind Riders and Rangers. Goats and Rangers. Goats and Rangers. That's all you can do from this settlement. And he's like, nope, I actually have no need for cavalry right now. I want DPS. I'm going to get fucking Maelstrom engines in the back of these Rainbringers. And we have a little engagement down here with all of BoNT's cavalry. And he did end up going for some goons. He wanted to up his cavalry here and kind of just split himself cavalry and infantry. And it looks like there's a decent chance that Wintertoes might win this particular battle because he has, again, those really, really strong tech companies. And these Lancers and Scouts are just going to go down so fast. I hope to see BoNT moving in from the top here. Lancers going down. He needs to... Very good. Just get out of there. Don't let him take that Haroon back. You didn't need it. They might be able to catch these Grens. I'm a little bit scared of that. But BoNT's army up here. Come on, let's see him move in. Now's the time. I love the passive macro play, BoNT. But you got to pull the trigger. And here he goes, like he was listening to me. Wind Riders are going to chase these Grens and might kill him, but who cares? Because look what's going on over here. All of BoNT's most powerful parties are going to be stopped by nothing but zombies. Infantry, Slann, 2 infantry, Slann, and Grens are going to go in here and easily clean up what BoNT has. Wintertoes has, I mean. Coming back with the bone bows, and they are going to be doing some serious DPS and making it a little more threatening, but the perfect counter right here is that BoNT has his own bone bows in these Rainbringers with Maelstrom engines. And they're going to be cleaning up those zombies so quick. And let's see what happens here, though. Wintertoes is going to do a lot of damage. I know that this is not going to be an easy fight for BoNT. I know that the numbers look in favor of BoNT, but Wintertoes is very good about having a great army comp and the right powerful tech units to deal with the situation. Nevertheless, though, these Maelstrom engines are going to continue to do the DPS. But all of BoNT's front line is falling apart. They're done, actually. Infantry's gone. He's got to get those Rainbringers out of there. He's got to get everyone out of there. I would have liked to have seen that outpost up a little earlier. That would have made us a bit easier, but he still has supply very close by. He's been very good about making sure to keep that supply zone not too far from him. And moving around here with more cavalry. He's got more Grens out with Battle Priest support. Oh, man. Let's see what everyone's Kohans is looking like. Awakened and Enlightened. So Darius hasn't really done much. I think he might have died recently. But Azura is Enlightened, and she's going to continue to be able to do more damage and aid her company. And immediately taking out that outpost. Not going to happen, but that's okay. Because 50 gold is, you know, Wintertoes' entire retirement savings. But BoNT brings that in a day. So he's not too worried about losing that one outpost. I like to see another outpost right here, maybe. He could easily get that down, and that would extend his supply zone. Like, right this second, I would like to see his engineers build an outpost while they're still in supply here, because he can do that. He has the time to really slowly... Dude, these bombos could not move out. There we go. Wintertoes continuing to try his tech push. Continuing to sit on no econ, and just continuing to try to push and make something happen here. And BoNT has united his entire army. He's tired of doing the pincer. He kind of gave up his position down here, rightfully so. And he's just gonna make his stand here. Cavalry are running through. Wherever they're able to get through, they're going to be able to. They might just be forced to have to fight in the front line, because this is a pretty small choke point here. And that definitely does fit. Ooh, the Shadow Knights are out of position, though. They're coming in, though. Let's see how these Slann are holding. Slann are down. Oh, and he's going down. Hasanko is going down. Yeah, he's done. He's not going to make it out. Oh, my lord. Nope, done. Man, he was so close. BoNT is moving in here. He's got the better of this engagement. Those Slann are still up. The Rainbringers look like they haven't even been doing anything. Engineers and Grens are going to be able to continue to push in, and Wintertoes has no army except for a couple zombies. Zombies are not going to... well, he's still got those bone bows, as always, doing immense DPS. I misspoke a bit there, but I think BoNT can still continue to move forward pretty easily. And now he is massing Grens over on this side of the map. So, my friends, BoNT has complete control of this game. He has chosen to sacrifice his economy at this point to get all those Gren parties up. I mean, look, he's at negative 12 cold to height. I think he's just getting bored and wants to end the game because he knows by rights he should. And this is kind of the way that a player like Wintertoes can make something happen. By somehow mind gaming your opponent and to fuck up their econ as much as yours is. But I think it's too late for that to work out. So Wintertoes is continuing to sit here on his very, very shabby economy and continuing to hold with what he can. But BoNT has inevitability on his side. It would take a miracle for Wintertoes to win this game. It would take BoNT really, really messing up, and I don't see that happening. What I want to see right now is another forward outpost here, and then I just want to see him push from both sides. He's got those engineers up very smartly so he can do a forward outpost here. He's got all the pieces in place. He's just got to make it happen. Look at this. More... Oh my god. More Rainbringers with DPS support. This is such a scary army. And he's keeping it at 92. What does he got? He didn't get these yet. He could get that to keep his wood up. But he's still sitting really pretty here. Plus 92. He's just doing a very good job of managing all of his settlements. I mean, look. Workshop, workshop, workshop. Sawmill, workshop, workshop. He's got so many workshops. Finally upgraded his main, too. So we're going to be seeing some higher tech come out if this game continues to go on any longer. And a little push here. This looks like this has got to be the last-ditch effort for Wintertoes. We got to see that Southern Army from BoNT move in. We got to see all these Rainbringers moving in. I do not see this working. BoNT has so much DPS at this point, and Wintertoes has the same parties he's been sitting on for so long. Aha! Oh my god, I let you take the entire map. Yes, you did, Wintertoes. You really, really did. Literally, BoNT has the entire map. Forward outpost, 3 Gren parties, and that is a GG. Wintertoes realizes that he has nothing here. and resign. Kingdom wiped out. So what happened that game? That was awesome, first of all. I'm so happy to have been able to cast this game. It's so fun being able to do it with... When I'm casting games of myself, I try to act surprised, but really I know what's going to happen, so it's not as exciting. I didn't know what was going to happen here. I made sure I told them not to tell me anything about the game so I could cast it. And this was fun as hell. Wintertoes went for this all-in build. It was definitely a very curated build where he knew his build order. He knew exactly what he was doing to get that early tech. Now, it looked like he could have moved in with it a little bit more. Honestly, if he was going to go this all-in strategy, I would have liked to have seen him not even try to take that Haroon at that point. I would have liked to see him if the first attack failed, but he had those engineers and those Shadow Knights, and he went and took the lair. He already moved out this far, and then he kind of moved back and took the Haroon. I would have liked to have just seen him gone forward. I mean, I know he did need that Haroon to do anything, so it's a tough call. But that might have been just enough time to let BoNT get enough. And again, it was hairy. It was definitely hairy early on, and he had really threatening parties. And when I looked at BoNT's army at that point in the game, I was kind of like, I don't know if this is going to be able to do it. All BoNT had at that point in the game was infantry, short infantry, and scouts and engineers. And I will tell you, that scout micro at the beginning of the game in that first battle where he killed those prophets, that was the game as far as I'm concerned. I really think that if he didn't do that, if he just lost those scouts, if they just ended up in the front line, then BoNT would have, one of his settlements would have fallen, his econ would have been fucked, Wintertoes would have been in a much better position, I think would have won. Instead, it became a game of attrition where Wintertoes was still kind of on this all-in, but trying to build up behind it, and BoNT was just ahead in econ and macro the whole game. He never really went any super fancy tech. He got those battle priests and clerics, and then eventually by the end of the game, he was getting tech out of his Haroon. But he never did anything too fancy for tech. He just swarmed with Royalists. I'm really impressed with both players' play, and this was an awesome game. Thank you guys so much for playing it, and thank you all for watching.